like almost 9 in your country, right?
10.
No, 10, yeah. So just if anyone interrupt, just like come out and explain what we are doing. Don't stop, okay? All right, so hi guys, welcome to the COIL project 2018. So my name is Anne, I'm the leader of one, IDS 3634853. So Jay, please click on Anlam's screen. So let's
hello everyone, my name is Anlam. My student ID is 3500573.
Stefan, click on Stefan's screen.
I'm Stefan Bert. My student ID is 3740921. Welcome.
Hi guys, my name is Jay. I'm the lead in the Melbourne group. My student ID is S3728918.
Hello everyone, my name is Fatima. My student number is 3728875.
Hi everyone, my name is Abraham and my student number is 3728919.
Hi everyone, my name is Fatima and my student number is S3714381.
Okay, so let's begin. Alright, so here's the information of our team again. Now let's begin with Abraham.
Okay, first let's take a look at our outline of the presentation. First, we have the current situation of marathon in summary. The purpose of our analysis in the introduction. We'll go into details of findings and conclusions, and finally have the optimal suggestion for marathon in recommendations. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Marathon has experienced a downtrend in its profits, and in 2019, the company wants to achieve $200,000 profit target. There are two main options for them, as you may see. First one is to keep the original budget plan but increase the volume, and second are four options of changing factors of the production plan. Next slide, please. Our analysis of marathon performance is aimed to support CEOs in decision making for the best choice to achieve the targeted profit. We will discuss marathon's current situation, then come to the four proposals of suggestions, and finally recommend the best one. Yeah.
These are the costs we were given at the start of the assignment from the Marathon CEO, and we had to classify all these costs into variable costs, fixed costs, and mixed costs. Next slide, please. And the fixed costs were selling expense, selling price, selling expense, office salaries, supplies, general expenses, sales salaries, and advertising. The total of all of this was $275,000. Variable cost was direct material, direct labor, sales commission per unit sold, and advertising per unit sold. And the total of all of this was $11 per unit. And the fixed cost was other factory overheads, and the total was 50,000 units, 70,000 units, and 90,000 units. Next slide, please. And we had to use the high-low method to find out the other part of the variable cost and fixed cost. And we had to, first of all, we had to find out the lowest point of the volume and the highest point of the volume. And after that, to calculate the fixed cost, variable cost, we had to find out the difference in cost, divide that by the difference in quantity, and that should give us the variable cost. And to find out the fixed cost, it was total cost minus the volume times by the variable cost. Next slide, please. The lowest point of the volume was 50,000, and the highest was 90,000. So to find out the variable cost, we had to find out the difference between that and the difference between the cost of that too. So the difference between the cost was $120,000 and 40,000 divided by 40,000, which equals to $3 per unit. And fixed cost was 495,000 minus $3 times by the 90,000 equals to $225,000. Next slide, please. And we have to add that into the into the previous fixed and variable cost, we found out we add them using other factors. And after that, after adding the total fixed cost was $500,000, and total variable cost was $14 per unit. Next slide, please. And we had to find the net income, which projected net income for Marathon. To find out, we had to find the total sales to start with, and for that we had to find the volume times the price, and the volume was 90,000 units times by the $20 per unit per selling price, which was $1,800,000. Total fixed cost plus the total variable cost, which was $1,760,000. To find the project net income, it was total sales minus the total cost, which is $40,000. Next slide. And the targeted net income Marathon one was $200,000. As you can see, it's way lower than 200,000. It's only $40,000, which is difference of $160,000. And to calculate the targeted income of 200,000, we needed to find the total sales needed. To find that out, we had to find the contribution margin per unit and the ratio. Contribution margin per unit is price minus variable cost, which is $6 per unit, and contribution margin is contribution margin per unit divided by the price, which is 30%. And to find that the sales needed was fixed cost plus the targeted income divided by the contribution margin ratio, which is 2,333,333 sales needed to get the targeted income of $200,000 for Marathon. Next slide, please.
In this slide, we are going to see the contribution margin per unit and ratio. The contribution margin is $6. It means amount of money that each unit bring into pay for the fixed cost. It's $6. And for the contribution margin per unit, we just minus the price, the sale of the price for per unit from the variable cost for per unit. And break-even points units show us that in this case it is 83,333. That it means in this point our revenue and our cost at zero, and every unit that we produce after this number will give us the profit. Next slide. The Marathon wanted to achieve the 200,000 target income in 2019. For this case, we are showing the sale quantity needed to be sold in units. The units should be 160,000 and 67. That in this case, it will be more than the units that we produce. So considering total fixed cost and the target net income, they can achieve this number of units. So we are going to give them some potential proposal to improve the company performance. Next point. We will see the contribution margin income statements. The important thing is that the variable costs are separated from the fixed costs. It shows the contribution margin income statement is structured by behavior of the cost rather than the function of the cost. In this case, we have $540,000 contribution margin, which it covers a fixed cost after we deducted the variable cost from the sales, and it gives us 40,000 profits. Next slide. We are going to give the four potential proposal to company to improve their performance. The proposal A is reducing sale price by $2 that we expecting our sale will be increased by 30%. In the proposal B, we will increase the sale commission to increase the sale value. In the proposal C, we will change the product feature, which is redesign the package, and we will reduce the variable cost. In the proposal D, we will raise in quality and raise in price, that is including advertising, which is double, increasing advertising in double. Next slide, please. I will go through the proposal A. As you can see, our selling price per unit is reducing by $2 and our sale volume will going up by 30%. And our projected sales will go up too. Even our projected sales will go up, but because our selling price per unit is going up, it will push our variable cost to go up. And because the fixed cost is fixed, our total projected net income will be changed from profit to the 32,000 loss. And also because contribution margin reducing by $2 from 6 to 4, it means we can cover our fixed cost less than the original position. And our break-even point will go up. It means we need to produce more units to achieve the profit. Next, please. In this graph, which is for proposal A, you can see our total sales is going up because we reduce the sales price per unit, but our total cost is go up because our variable cost is going up. So we will go into the projected income, which is on the loss and it is not on the profit, and also the higher total cost that we can see in the graph. Next, please. And the result of the higher of variable cost and reducing the contribution margin, even the total sales is going up and the total cost is going up to lead to having the break-even points more. 125,000 units. It means we need to produce $125,000, and each unit that we produce after this number, we will receive the profit. Thanks.
Also, B deal with the idea of making the sales area more commission-based. First of all, as we can see at the top, the marathon is saving $77,000 of total cost because the sales can be reduced from $97,000 to $20,000. By raising the sales commissions from 75 cents to $2, the contribution margin per unit is now will be $4.75, as you can see in the fourth last line. Despite the higher break-even point than original, Marathon is making $175,500 in profit. Marathon is rewarded with its courage to risk because there is an increase in the total cost of only 33% compared to the rising sales volume of 40%. Now we go to the next slide. Yeah, where we can see the red circle in the diagram is the break-even point. This is where the linear curves of total costs and total sales intersect each other. And also in place or down, we can see the orange curve exceeds the $0 mark. And the associated X value of the projected net income is 9,053. We can clearly say Marathon has to bring this number of parts to the man to make profit.
So for proposal C, in this situation, the manager wants to redesign the packaging appearance. So this will lead to a reduction of the direct material cost and the direct labor to $3.3 and $4.2 respectively. However, this will increase the fixed factory overhead to $235,000 because we are adding additional depreciation on the new packaging equipment. So let's put it into calculation. For the sales volume, because we make no changes to the sales revenues, So, and the selling price per unit is the same. So we will have the volume sales of $1,800,000 as the original situation, but the costs are different. We have different fixed costs and different variable costs. So this will lead to a different total cost of $1,635,000. But this is still lower than the original total cost. So this is a good thing. Then we would have a target a profit of $165,000. This amount is much bigger than the original profit of $40,000. So this strategy has actually improved the performance of the company. As you can see, the contribution margin per unit, this has actually increased. So we would have $7.50 to the fixed cost and for profit after covering variable costs. And this is the same for the contribution margin ratio. We would have 37.5% from the selling price to cover fixed costs and variable and profit. So and for the break-even point, this has actually declined. So it means that we have to produce less to start earning money. Next slide, please. Uh, the red dot shows the break-even point. This equals to 68,000 units and also equals to the revenue of $1,360,000. So it means that to start earning money, the company has to sell more than 68,000 units and has to generate a revenue of more than $1,360,000.
So moving on to proposal D, we suggest Marathon to improve the quality of the product. Therefore, it spends more in the production cost and also tends to raise the customer awareness by boosting the advertising fixed costs so that we can observe the increases in the both fixed costs and variable costs. So in specific, fixed cost rise refer to the increase by $40,000 in the fixed component of other factory overhead costs and also the significant double in the fixed advertising costs. So moreover, the total variable cost per unit increased by a total $1.5, which is contributed by the changes in direct labor and direct material costs. So regard such increase in the total cost, as you can see, to $2,401,000. However, the sales at 2,574,000 still exceeds the expenses thanks to the increase in both price and volume. So this will result in the improved profit of $173,000. Moving to the contribution margin per unit, it had reached to $6.5 as a consequence of change in price being larger than the increase in variable cost per unit. However, the percentage of contribution margin and price per unit decreases, meaning that the remaining sales to cover fixed costs after extracting variable costs actually decreases in terms of proportion. So as you can see, the intercept of the total revenue and the total cost, the red circle is the represent for the break-even point. So proposal D, production plan, Marathon should produce at least 19,385 units at approximately $1,988,462 to avoid loss. So now we will move to the proposal ranking.
Ranking of the proposal. This ranking is based on probability. Rank. First one is proposal B is to give us 175,000 $500, and the second one is proposal B is would give us $173,000, and the third one is proposal C is would give us $165,000, and the fourth one actually is the fourth one is proposal would give us negative $32,000. Proposal B is the best one. Is provide the largest net income of the four proposals by reducing fixed costs to the 423, keeping the sales price and increasing sales to 126,000 thousand unit. The net income increased to 175,500,000, and the combines all of these the best option in one proposal, decreasing fixed cost, increasing the sales, and increasing the contribution margin, resulting in an increasing in net income of 135,500 from the current plan. However, this can only be achieved if sales are increased significantly. Proposal G, provide a net income of 173,000 with 117,000 units to be sold. Like proposal B, this proposal is close to the net income of $200,000, but because it does not require as many units to be sold. Proposal C provides a net income of $165,000 with only needing 90,000 units to be sold. If it is difficult to increase sales, then this would be a good option as increasing net income by $75,000 with no increasing in the sale required. Proposal A, the worst one is the proposal drop the sales price by 10% to $18 and increase the sales volume by 30% to 117,000 units. This will decrease the contribution margin to $72,000 and increasing the break-even point to 22,500. This is the worst of the four proposals and resulting in significant drop in net income to negative 32,000. Next, please. The table below compares the change in the net income between the current and targeted plan. The four proposals, although proposal B, C, and D all provide an increase in net income from the current plan, none of these reach the net income of the targeted plan. Next question.
So in conclusion, before analyzing an accounting report, I think it's very important to clearly determine fixed cost and variable cost. However, in real life, there are some costs, they are mixed, which means they are both variable costs and fixed costs. So we are highly recommended to apply the high-low method to carefully classify fixed and variable costs so that we can analyze it more accurately later. For the original scenario of Marathon, if it only sells 90,000 units, to expect a target profit of $200,000, this is impossible. They can't do that based on the given data. So we have to discuss the four proposals. Plan A would definitely be removed because it generates negative income. So that's none of the business shares. So only plan B, C, D aren't concerned. They generally they actually improve the performance of the company. However, but none of them can reach the target profit of $200,000 for 2019. So now we would recommend a better strategy for the company to achieve the target profit.
So to achieve the profit. So in the 2019, if Marathon tends to apply any proposal, we will highly recommend it to apply proposal B, since it earned the highest profit of $175,500. However, if Marathon tends to put profitability as its top priority, it should not change or apply any proposal. Instead, it would keep the original anticipated expenses, but just increase the sale volume to 1,000 to 100, 16,667 units to achieve the target of $200,000 of profit. Okay. Right. Hey guys, so that is
Yeah.
the end of our presentation. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Turn off.